Hey guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'll show you a quick overview and quick walkthrough for the smart infotainment system. This is available on the smart #1 and smart #3 in the New Zealand right-hand drive market. I think these will be identical for the global markets as well, but it could have some differences between each other. Anyway, I'll go through everything I know about this screen in this video. If you wish to skip forward, you can use the timestamps down below to skip different chapters. If you found my video helpful, the best way to support the channel is to subscribe and like. Now let's get started. Alright, now this is what the home screen display looks like. On top of the home screen, you get a lot of status bars and quick buttons to control a few things. Here is the volume. Here is the profile. You can change the profile, you can manage your profile. Here is the time, 4G connection, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, locking and central locking for the doors. Over here, you can do a drop down, or you can just click this icon over here. You get navigation settings, you get smart modes. Click here, you can actually have access to many of the smart modes, including the infotainment mode, eco mode, energize, rest, pet, everything like that. Just have a read of what everything does. You can engage one of these modes. That's really cool. Next, you get the phone connectivity. That's your phone mirroring for the connectivity over here. And then you can have access to the 360-degree camera. Under the 360, you can go out, you can make it larger, you can make it smaller if you wish to. Along with that, you can control the settings for the blind spot cameras. You can do the mute, unmute for the things. You can do pilot assist for your parking assist. You can do more view, front, rear, rear flat, blind spot, left and right. You can drag along. You can do the standard view, rear view. You can also do 2D to 3D, whatever you like as well. So that's how to control the 360 camera. Next is about the music. Now go into the music for your FM and DAB, online music, Bluetooth, everything like that. Over here, you can also have access to navigation. Over here, this is your app tray, and over here, this is your home screen. Under the home screen, you get two screens, swipe left and swipe right. That's basically the two screens. On the home screen, you can also click here to access to your weather settings. You can click more details, today's weather, that shuffle in between. So right now you can see that's the information. Over here, this is your navigation. You can have quick access to go into the navigation to quickly search, to charging stations, to parking stations, or go home if you have set home directly. On the right, this is your fuel consumption. You can see the fuel consumption up and down. You can see the range to empty based on how you drive and things like that. Click that. You can also go into the energy setting. Next one, you can do sounds. You can see here, you can swipe up and down to do sounds for your music. Swipe up, range, up connection, up trip again. Over here, you can also do swipe up and down to change whatever you like. Underneath, this is your voice command. You can press this to engage voice command. You can also press the button on your steering to engage the voice command. Next one, you can control your air conditioning system. Click over here. This will pop up. Once this has been popped up, you can do AC, max AC, auto, eco. You can do manual adjustment for the fan speed. On and off over here. Auto climate control, external, internal, or automatic again. Sync and unsync means you have two different temperatures. Unsync, two separate different temperatures. Sync, both temperature will be the same. On the top, you can change the directions. Over here, you can also enable a thing called air quality. It will monitor the air quality for the external and for the internal. You can do smart air. You can also do deodorization. So that means all the windows will drop and the fan speed will blast. So that means you can kind of get rid of the smell inside the vehicle. Over here, you can also control the settings. Few things about the climate settings. Over here, you can control your heated seats, heated steering. If you have cooling seats, that's all controlled over here as well. Before you go in that, you can also quickly control the temperature over here. Otherwise, click here, it'll go back to the home screen again. Last one is the vehicle settings. Over here, you can have access to every single thing about the vehicle settings. Underneath, some quick buttons over here, touch sensitive. You can do quick settings for your vehicle settings. Enable the auto hold, electric parking brake, You can do lane assist on off, regenerative braking, low to high, and this is the place you can enable your one pedal driving as well. Once you enable the one pedal driving, you have to wait for about 10 seconds before you can click confirm, then it will confirm at one pedal driving. Next one, you can change the drive modes whenever you like. Next one, you can enable the heated rear windscreen at the back, and you can do the defrost at the front. You can do auto climate control for all the vehicles, and you can do on and off for the screen for the music. Hazard light, pretty simple. If you push and hold this button, you can also restart the screen. Just like that. It takes about 30 seconds for it to restart. Now let's go through all the functions under the app tray. First thing is the media. Under the media, of course, that's all the music. You can do FM and DAB. There's no AM available on this vehicle, by the way. Click right or go left. You can enable the radio. Under the radio, you can also see the station list. You can also see the favorites. If you want to save anything to the favorites, click this heart icon. That will be saved under favorites. Station list, you can also click all and between FM, DAB, public value, or news, whatever you like. Under the station list, you can drag along to change whatever you like, or you can just click search. It will search the radio stations again. It will give you a new list if you go to a different area. Over here, you can click the settings to change a few things about the radio settings. Click here to pause the radio. Next one is the online music. You can sign in to Spotify to have access to the online music. To remember, you may have limited data every month. Just consult your local smart dealer about your media control. Bluetooth, you can connect your devices to listen to music from Bluetooth. USB, you can plug into a USB file into the unit underneath for your USB storage. Sound, you can change all the sound settings. You can do equalizer, you can do treble, you can do mid, you can do bass, you can change all the things. You can also do the balance and fader if you like. Next one, click the app tray again. We can go back to the energy. Under the energy, that's basically about your charging settings. You can do daily charge, you can do long distance charge. Under daily charge, you can drag the bars left and right to select, for example, you want to limit at 80%, everyday charge, whatever you like. On the remaining range, you can do standard or dynamic. Dynamic means it will fluctuate based on your real-world driving, where standard will show you just by the percentage. For example, WLTP 70% is 440 times 70%, but dynamic is a bit more accurate based on your drive. You can select whatever you like on the charging rate as well. Schedule charging also available. You can set your charging time between certain times. That means the vehicle will only charge between certain times if you have saved. You can also enable stop charging when the target battery level is reached. Next one, you can also do temperature adjustment before charging. That means before you go to a fast charging station, the vehicle will heat up your battery. If the battery temperature is too low, that means you are ready for fast charging. But it's not that useful for summer weathers. It's probably only useful for really cold winter weathers. So no need to enable that until the weather is really cold, until you are going to use a DC charger. You can also select schedule trip. That means you can do all the things, preheating, pre-battery and all that things, cabin battery, so that's quite cool. Reduce charging current, that's only available on the AC charger, but most people are going to drag it all the way up, so get the best of the AC charging. Next one is DC charge. You can use the vehicle to load function cable, plug into the vehicle charging port of the Type 2, and discharge the vehicle to charge something else. Click discharging, it will start discharging, and drag the bars over here. It will only drain your battery to the target power minimum is 20%. Next one, this strip, you can see between the last charge, what's your consumption like. This vehicle is averaging 15.7 kilowatt-hour battery per 100 kilometers, which is actually okay. You can also click last trip whenever you like. So that's how to see the last trip and last charge. Trip over here, that's the total distance of the accumulated total. Again, you can click reset to reset all that. You can see all the information over here. Next, go to the app tree again. We are getting the settings. There are many settings to go through. First thing is the quick control. You can change your regenerative braking. You can change your power steering mode. At auto, just go with your driving mode. Eco drive mode light, and comfort driving mode standard, sport driving mode heavy, or if you push the heavy, it will just stay on heavy, whatever you like. Tailgate, you can open it, you can close it, you can adjust the height. Driver setup, this is really cool. Click the driver setup, you can have access to the driving settings. For example, if you want the driver setup to set your driving mode every time to comfort, regenerative braking to low, lane assist to be on and off, and speed limit warning to be visual only, lane change assist to be on, whatever, you can save or save activate. Once you have saved that, whenever you start the vehicle, do a drop down over here, click activate. That will start activating all the functions to whatever you prefer under the driver setup. Again, this is the coolest feature I've ever seen on any certain vehicles. That means even if a lot of things like lane departure assist, lane emergency lane assist is going to be on every single time, but you can enable that to be off whenever you start the vehicle with just one single click. That's much appreciated to control that. Next one is the child lock. You can enable and disable from here to the left to the right. You can again click here to do the door mirror.
On the right.
Use the buttons on the right to control your window adjustments. Sunroof blinds, open and close. Head-up display, close and open. Passenger seats, you can control the angles and all things from the driver's side. Next one is the ambient lighting. You can do on and off over here. Customize or drive mode. Drive mode will just follow your drive mode, but customize means you have unlocked the potential to change whatever you like. Single means single color up and down. Dual, you can change different colors up and down. And theme, it will just give you all the presets of all the selections. That's really cool. On the top, you can have change the brightness. You can change the settings to have all these effects on the ambient light. Next one is the lighting. You get adaptive front lighting system, you get rear fog lights, you get stellar mode, you get interior lights, you get welcome lights, you also get environment lighting. Again, you can control that whenever you like. General over here, you can change the sound. We've gone through that. You can change all these sounds. You can even change the touchscreen sound with no sound at all, or a beep again. Display on the top, you can change the animal at the corner, either the fox or the leopard or jaguar, whatever that's named of. Next is the day and night mode. You can do automatic, so it's going to be bright during daytime, or day, it'll be bright all the way. Night, it'll be night all the way. Next one, you can change the brightness for the vehicle backlights. You can change the center display brightness, or you can do automatic, whatever you like. Next one, display priority. You can prioritize navigation or prioritize music, which is on your driver settings. Screen cleaning, you can enable the thing just so you can wipe the screen if you like. Connectivity, you can do wireless charging, you can do Bluetooth on and off. You can change the name of this particular device if you like. Under here, you can change My Devices. You can add new devices if you wish, or for some certain phones, you can also connect the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto straight away on the left, Bluetooth and music on the right when you want to connect to anyone. If you want to delete any of the phones, just click delete on the side to delete anyone. You can also enable a Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if it's accessible for the internet, but at least you can connect to the Wi-Fi and under the hotspot, so you can play something together, I suppose. Next one is the driving assistance. So under the safety, if we have to engage the drive, so we are able to use that feature. Anyway, use that feature, you can enable the collision warning, low, medium, or high. You can disable the rear collision warning. You can enable and disable the rear traffic cross alert. You can do the door opening warning. All the things are quite well explained underneath in case you do not want some of it. But do remember, most of the features gets reset whenever you start the vehicle. Next one is assistance. Blind spot assist is available, visual and audio. Lane change assist is available. Automatic speed adjustment is also available. Speed limit update reminder. I personally don't like it. Just when your speed limit rating changes 50 to 60, ping, it'll give you a notification. Active speed limit warning. Again, most people may not like the audio. You can stay on visual. Otherwise, do remember, use the driver setup and the quick control to set your driver setup to visual only as well. You can also manually give you a speed limit. So if you reach 140, 120, it's going to give you a warning whenever the vehicle is on. Next one is the vehicle setting. You can enable driver monitoring system, disable that if you don't like it. Do remember, you can do a drop down and you can manipulate over here. Make sure you have select driver monitoring system over here if you do want to disengage that every single time when you get inside the vehicle. Next one, steering wheel recentering. You can enable that, give you a notification if your wheel alignment is not right. You can turn the stability control off. That means if you go tracks or if you go off-road, whatever, you may want to do that, but most of the cases you don't want to do that. Towing mode is also available. You can enable a towing mode if your tow bar has detached anything. Vehicle control, find my car, horn flashes. If you can't locate your vehicle, click the lock button on your key. The vehicle will give you flash and horn, so you kind of know where the vehicle is. Easy entry and exit. The driver's seat will go forward and backwards when you open the door or when you start the vehicle. And then require the steps to bring the driver's seat into the driving position, close the driver door or press the brake pedal. Again, that's related to the easy entry and exit. Apart from that, there's quite a few things about mirrors and locking over here. You can enable, you can disable that, whatever you like. Something that's important is proximity lock. So that means the vehicle unlock all 4 doors when you walk to the car and will automatically lock when you walk away from the vehicle. So that's quite cool. But if you don't want that, you just want to touch the door handle to unlock and touch the door handle to lock, that's also possible. Double click unlock, that means just when you click on the remote key, it only unlocks the driver door. Double click to unlock all the doors. Otherwise, disengage, single click will unlock all the doors. Keyless entry, all doors on one side, so whatever you like. Unlock the vehicle in park. When you put the vehicle in park, it will unlock all the doors. Again, that's up to you. Lock sound, when you walk away or when you lock the vehicle, boom, sound will engage. Again, disable, enable, whenever you like. Temporary remote alert can also be engaged. Power off can also be engaged. In case you are sitting inside the car, you don't want the car to be engaged, you can turn that off. Next one is the comfort. You can have automatic heating of the steering, so that will be on if the temperature is too low and too cold. Driver seat heating timer, you can do the 15 minutes. That means if you engage the driver seat heating, it will heat up 15 minutes or heat up continued or heat up whatever you like. So it will automatically disengage right after the certain time. Vehicle condition, you can see the vehicle condition about the tire status. You can refresh, you can enable your number plates. Windscreen wiper in maintenance position, so enable that if you want to lift your wiper to replace the wiper or wash the windscreen, so that's quite handy. Do not lift your wiper directly up, so that will damage your bonnet. Under the system, you can see the system updates. You can see the automatic system updates. I believe the system update is available over the air, internet. Notification is over here. And language and units, you can change all these things. You can also change the temperature, you can also change the speed, you can also change the time zone, you can also change the pressure on PSI or kPa. Legal advice, you just have to enable everything to make sure you can have access to all the features. Next one, let's go to the phone. That's basically about phone connection. You can do call history, favorites, contacts, keypad if you only use smartphone on Bluetooth. If you use smartphone on Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, all the things will be showing over here instead. Messages also available through your smartphone, so nothing's there. Apps, you can download a few apps to the system, so you can have access to more apps than what it has from the default setting. At the moment, you have this radio, you can have games, you can browse apps, you can see all the things. In the future, there will be more. Next one is the 360 camera. That's going to be available. When you start driving at low speed, you can also enable the autopilot parking assist. Just make sure you slowly go through the parking space, then select, then get the car doing that. Next one is the navigation. Click navigation. That's the built-in navigation available on this particular unit. That means click here, you can search any destination up and down. You can search anything like 300 Great South Road. Click navigate. Then it will start searching the closest route. You can see the time, you can see the average information, you can select one of them or just start. Go back, that's cancelled. You can save your home location, you can save your work location, you can also enable things like on-time traffic or no traffic. You can change the 2D, 3D, or north up, or direction up. You can search the charging stations around these areas. It will tell you what's the charging type and things like that. You can also just go to your location basically. So yeah, pretty easy to use. Not as good as Google Maps in some areas, but still very useful if you want to use the built-in navigation. Yeah, that's pretty much all about this particular screen. I hope you find the video helpful. The best way to support the channel is to subscribe and like. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.